Hey, good day, grade 9. So there's been a few questions regarding the assessment that I've put up. So I thought it would be good for me to just address all of you, to put a video up so that you all have reference and there's no confusion regarding the assessment. Okay, so the assessment is about stereotyping characters. Okay, so stereotyping characters, it concerns me a bit that some of you don't know what stereotypical characters are because we did it last term. So last term it was one of the units that we looked at. But if you go to your textbook, and I know it is lockdown time and some of our brains are also on lockdown, so it's fine, I do understand. So if you go to the platinum textbook that you have and you go to page 109 in the beginning of term 2 unit 5, then you will see there's a heading that says stereotyping and exploring discrimination and prejudice. Okay, so there it explains to you exactly what stereotypical characters are. So in short, it says a generalized characterization, for example, boring accountant. Okay, so if you may not understand that, stereotypical characters are characters that are boxed in. So we all have that one character that we can really pull off and that we are really good at when we perform. And we often resort to that character when we are placed in an uncomfortable situation and asked to quickly act out something. Then we resort to that. It's almost like a lifeline character. So stereotypical characters, also characters that are very easy to portray because they are very one-dimensional. So, for example, I like to use the nerd and the popular girl. Okay, so if I asked you to quickly do something being a nerd, there is certain obvious traits that you'll resort to embody this character. So embodying a character means you take on the physical traits of this character. So if you think about a nerd, how would a nerd's body look like? A stereotypical nerd. And then if you had to do, what does the popular girl in school, what does her embodiment, what does her body look like when she embodies a character? So the reason why I give you stereotypical characters to portray is because it is a very exaggerated way of acting, and you can go very deep and very far into this character without feeling bad. So we are not discriminating, even though stereotyping someone is discriminative. It's a very nice way to actually act because you don't have to look too deep into the character. The character doesn't really have to have a background or emotional thought behind it. You really just portray what you see as the stereotype that you are portraying. So what I want you to do is to choose the stereotyped character that you can do well. So some of us can do the poppy very well. Some of us can do the nerd very well, or the jock, or even the typical Indian boy or Indian girl, or English boy or English girl. You all have that one, and we've seen that in class. When you do improvisations, you resort to a certain character. Maybe it's a rapper or a pop artist or whatever. So that character that you know you can do well, we all have that one. Okay, so take that character, and then as that character, you explain or you do a vlog, so you do a little bit of a diary entry, if you have to have it like that, about online learning. So for example, if you take a nerd, for example, you embody the nerd, they will have a completely different view of online learning to, for example, Poppy in the school, a popular pretty girl in school who doesn't really care so much about the learning. So what will she say about online learning, and what will the nerd say? What will a jock say about online learning? They will obviously not like online learning that much because they just into sport and impressing the girls and so on, and now they must just sit at home and work all the time. So you become that character. I don't want to see you as a person telling me what you think about Google Classroom online learning. I want the character that you embody to speak about the online learning. Okay, so I hope that is a little bit more clear. Guys, before you start your video, please introduce yourself. So for example, you're going to say, "Good morning, ma'am. I am Shanae Sargent, and I will be portraying the stereotype of a jock." Okay, then you go into character and you start your vlog. Okay, at the end, "Thank you very much, ma'am," and you put down the camera. Okay, so I want you to send me the video on that day. Guys, I'm going to be quite strict on the date that you have to submit the assignment. Please want you to submit it on time so that I can mark it and get the marks back to you. Okay. Cool. So let's quickly go through the rubric. Okay, so firstly the rubric says polished. So is the performance polished? Okay. Polished meaning did you rehearse it beforehand, or are you struggling with the camera, and are you struggling to remember what you wanted to say? Is there a lot of stutter? So make sure that your performance is polished, that it's a well-organized video. Tone. So the tone needs to be natural for the character. So if I, for example, embody a jock, I'm not going to have the same tone as if I'm going to embody a African queen, for example. Okay, so you need to put your tone to the character that you are portraying. Creativity. So are you a little bit creative with the stereotype that you are choosing, or are you just being yourself actually? Okay, so I don't want you to be yourself. I want you to be that stereotype character. Then applicable. Okay. So is the performance that you're doing applicable to the assignment? So are you talking about online teaching and reflecting on it? And does it highlight the feelings of the stereotypical character? And then overall, obviously, that's your overall performance. How was your overall performance? So guys, this is a very easy way to get very good marks. So please work hard on this assignment. Choose that character. It won't take you very long to do. You don't have to prepare so much. So it is a little bit of improv, but chat to the computer as whatever stereotypical character you choose. I hope this answers your question and that it is a little bit more clear for you guys. If there's any other questions, please feel free to ask me. Enjoy your day and enjoy the assignment.